A man calling you baby means nothing. A man moving into your house means nothing. A man calling you his girlfriend means nothing. A man marrying you means nothing. Do you know what means something?
The secret to getting them to come back is to do the opposite of what you're doing right now. The opposite of what you're doing right now is not caring. Okay, right now you care too much. You're in a place where you're constantly wondering, are they gonna come back? You're doubting the process. You're telling yourself that you screwed up, it's done forever. You're probably telling
Okay, so it didn't work out financially wise. Everything else, if he had the money, would it have worked out?
Yes.
Okay.
It would have. And if I would have met him today, it would work out.
What's the difference?
The difference is I was broke too at the time. Like I was barely making it by myself. And so I was like, I feel like I don't want a man in my house. And we both, like, it don't make my vagina wet. You feel me? Like that don't.
Now women are giving different advice to men. They suddenly feel we need to listen to them when it comes to relationship and dating. But we know from experience, women are the worst people we should listen to for such advice, which usually span from their emotion, which in most cases are unstable. They say things based on what they feel at that moment and will wrongly advise their own gender, talk less of advising men. That is why I always insist that the best person we need as a man is another well-experienced man. And the best relationship help we can get as men will always come from another man who had possibly experienced it before us.
One of the best pieces of advice I've ever read about relationships is this. A man calling you baby means nothing. A man moving into your house means nothing. A man calling you his girlfriend means nothing. A man marrying you means nothing. Do you know what means something? A man changing his ways to keep you. That's what means something.
Like seriously? Is that the brilliant secrets you wanted to share? A man changing his ways to please you may just mean he has no backbone and he does not have options, or he is just outrightly deceiving you to get you into bed. Many ladies will give the direct opposite advice, that a man marrying you is the epitome of true love. Won't be surprised if you completely turn 360 on your views by next month. If any man takes her advice and changes behavior because of his woman, then that woman will just conclude he is not man enough to be his man, especially if she is a 9 or 10 in looks.
Okay, if you want them to come back, and not just come back, but come back begging, I'm going to tell you exactly how to do this. And heads up, most of you are going to fail at this. Most of you are not going to have the strength to actually take my advice, and therefore it's not going to work for you. But the ones who really do take this in stride are the ones who are going to see quickly that this works. And by the way, it doesn't matter if this person deleted you on everything, blocked you, told you they never want to speak to you again, or you guys are in some kind of no contact. None of that matters. All that matters is that you follow these instructions, okay? The secret to getting them to come back is to do the opposite of what you're doing right now. The opposite of what you're doing right now is not caring. Okay, right now you care too much. You're in a place where you're constantly wondering, are they gonna come back? You're doubting the process. You're telling yourself that you screwed up, it's done forever. You're probably telling yourself that, this person is up here and you're down here. You're attaching an outcome to them. You have to detach. You have to move along with your life because you trust in the universe, because you know that everything happens for a reason, and you know that if it's meant to be, it'll be. That energy is so contagious and magnetic, it's actually what's going to pull in the object of your desires. And that's why the minute you move on is ironically the minute they always come back. So try it out if you're serious and you'll see results.
Finally, a woman giving a reasonable advice. Notice how she is emotionally detached. This is what you look out for when you want to hear anything from a woman. The whole MGTOW movement is hinged on the premise when you withdraw your care and face your own growth, they come back to their senses and realize you were the one that added value to their lives in the first place. This idea works both ways, really. Human beings are meant to value more what they can't have. This is particularly true for the female gender.
The man who taught me what love looked like, he just got married not so long ago. But the reason why we didn't work out is because he was broke.
Well, his wife now is fine with that.
He worshiped the ground I walked on.
But
And he taught me patience. And he really taught me how to damn near love me.
What?
taught me how to cook.
What?
He was chasing a dream of being a musician, wanted to be a singer in a boy group. I supported that, everything. But I'm like, he had 2 kids. And I'm just like, you do need to support yourself. Like, you need to make some type of money. He was getting like a $50, $100 allowance from his manager. I was like, drive a Pizza Hut at night. I don't care. Just
So is
make
he
some
still
money.
trying to chase this musician dream?
He just found the woman for him.
Okay, so it didn't work out financially wise. Everything else, if he had the
But-
money, would it have worked out?
Yes.
Okay.
It would have. And if I would have met him today,
Mm-hmm.
it would work out.
What's the difference?
The difference is I was broke too at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was barely making it by myself. And so I was like, I feel like I don't want a man in my house. And we both, like, that don't make my vagina wet. You feel me? Like, that don't turn me on.
Okay,
I
so
can't do
now
that.
since you're good for
Financially,
yourself,
okay.
yeah, financially, you're saying now it would have worked. So you're saying you wouldn't mind supporting him.
Now I could appreciate the love that he brings, but I still don't want him to be broke.
But it's everything with him is still going to be the same. You have money now, but everything with him is still going to be the same.
You know what? Then maybe I lied.
I know you lied. I was ready to pull it out of you. 'Cause
The reason you left him was truly because, as you said, he worshipped the ground you walked on. So stop lying here, telling us things would have worked out if you met him at this moment. While putting women on the pedestal may attract low self-esteem women who are begging for attention at that moment. These women eventually shed the shell when they've gotten the full attention you gave and start thinking they settled. The only reason she feels things could have worked out for them now is because he moved on and now with another woman. These modern women can't handle that.
So this guy and I was having this conversation, right? And he said that most women beg men to marry them and that most women don't want to admit it. I almost got offended, like, but then I thought about it and I said, fellas, do you interpret when a woman is asking and seeking for the next level in our relationship, like she's talking about marriage and all this type of stuff, are some of you guys feeling like she's begging because she keeps talking about it, asking about it, and pressing for it? I was wondering, did that fella feel like that equated to, him feeling like women beg because we're asking, because we seek the next level? I'm just wondering, like, what did he mean when he said that? Or am I missing the whole point and there are women that's literally out here begging men to marry them? I'm not sure if I begged, because I remember once upon a time I was like, let's get married, and I was told, you're not ready for marriage. I'm like, sir, I do a better job at managing myself and my household and my finances than you. I'm definitely ready. You're not ready. But anyways, that's a sidetrack conversation. But anyway, do men really feel that way? I'm just curious. Like, are we out here begging men to get married because we start talking about it, ask about it? Should we stop? Should we say, y'all niggas, and leave you alone? I'm just wondering. What does that mean?
Yeah, women are practically begging men for marriage, just like some men beg women for the VJJ. You see, women are the gatekeepers of sex, while men are the gatekeepers of marriage. Women are the ones that get to determine which man gets to have sex. Even in transactional sex, it needs a woman to say yes before the acts take place. So they hold the power. But when it comes to marriage and serious relationships, all the powers belong to men. Because without a man putting a ring in those fingers, you all will become single for life. So since women are desperate to want what they don't have, many resort to begging and manipulative tricks to get men to give them marriage. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, share and subscribe to my channel. Till next time, this is your guardian.